Hey guys, welcome back to Lathe Creations. I'm Jeremy, and I mentioned in my last video that I'd be giving you guys a tour of my shop. Well, hold on to your seats because I'm going to show you what my shop looks like. And yeah, you might have caught me. I did a little cleanup. So, like I said, hang on to your seats. Here we go. So as I mentioned before, my shop is located in the attic of my house. And it's an old farmhouse. As you can see, there's the old boards. I'm not quite sure what they used to do up here, but I'm pretty sure they used to cure ham up here because it kind of smells like, well, ham, I guess. So we'll start over here in this corner. That's where I keep all of my my clamps and my peg people that I make, and I just toss them in there as we go. You can see down there on the right hand side of the bucket some old stuff that I started out turning that like this here. As you can see, it kind of split on me down here. It broke apart. It was just practice wood, so it's now kindling. In my lathe area, I have two separate lathe areas. This is my setup. It's kind of a cluster right now. But just kind of show you here some of the tools, the roughing gouges, the bowl gouges, the fingernail, and the skews and things like that. I recommend wearing a face shield. It's my personal preference, especially when I am using the roughing gouge. A lot of stuff comes off, the bigger chunks, things like that, and I have had a few things snap on me, and that face shield has saved my face a time or two. Another thing I recommend is getting some sort of respiratory protection. I know here in my attic in the summertime, I like to have a fan running so I can keep the air circulating, but I'm still inside, and I do recommend using some sort of respiratory protection. Moving on to the small lathe. This is the one corner of my shop that I do multiple things with. As you can see here, that's where my small lathe is, and then next to it is my chop saw. A lot of times, the reason why I have this small lathe here is because it's a lot easier to move when I need to use the chop saw. So yeah, and then you can see up here, the blue case there is my safety glasses, and there's some odds and ends things. Down here I got some bowl blanks. I think that's ginkgo. I hope I'm saying that right. A G-I-N-K-O, ginkgo, something like that. Down there's some more. There's my bandsaw. It's only a 9-inch. I wish I had a bigger one, but someday I'll get there. And over here, it's kind of a bench area, work area. It's kind of where I do the sanding for my beard combs and finishing those types of things up. Over here I have a small belt sander, and then a regular belt sander, 4x36. You're probably wondering what's under the towel. Under the towel is my buffer. Yes, it's only a 2-wheel or a 2-disc, but I do have different buffing wheels that I change. It's very simple. And you just loosen the nut, slide the other one on, and away you go. And here's my table saw. I said in my previous video that my late father-in-law had given this to me. I have one from my father. It's a little smaller, so I keep that for going to different job sites or helping a friend or whatever I need to do with it. And then on to the lathe, the bigger lathe. This one here is an old Craftsman It's a old belt-driven pulleys. What I like about this one is I have one switch to turn it on, not two. I know some of them out there have some that are two. The motor plugs into the inside box here, which controls to this, the on and off switch. When I'm using this lathe, or I'm turning a bigger bowl that I need this lathe, I built this handy dandy little tool stand so that all the tools that are over there in the corner, the tools that I need, come over here and they rest in there. That way they're not vibrating across the table, so on and so forth. You're probably asking why there's a bundle of shavings here. The bigger shavings I try to keep. A buddy of mine, his son makes fire starters, and that's one of the ingredients. So anytime that he can get free wood shavings, it's a win-win for him. Sometime down the pike here, I was asked to re-lathe some of these chair legs. It's a little makeup desk stool. I could put this one back together, but they asked me to turn it in some cherry, and I'm gonna try and attempt that. So hopefully that'll be a good video coming down the pike. As you can see, I have plastic tarps all over the place. That's to kind of keep the dust in this area. We have a little, through the window over there, there's a photo booth, and we have a Cricut machine, embroidering machine, and things like that that we like to dabble in. So that's a little tour of the shop. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, like, subscribe, let a comment. Someday I hope to be in a concrete floor shop with heat and AC, but Lord only knows. So until next time, take care. So just a little side note, I know in both of my previous videos you see the Homestead Holistics Facebook and Instagram pop up. Just to give you a little backstory, I do own my own business. It's called Homestead Holistics. We make homemade lotions, salves, balms, beard balms. I make the beard combs to go with them. So that is my full-time job. This YouTube thing is just a for fun thing. So if you'd like, check us out. You can look us up on Etsy. I'll put the links in the bottom down below. So check us out. Thanks.